The following contest, scheduled for 1 fall, is for the World War Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Introducing first.
I'm really looking forward to this match. It's going to be a test for the Lucha Lions. Originally it was going to be the Dead Sad Boys, but unfortunately, as we said, there was a reason why they couldn't be here. Anyone who has followed World War Wrestling for the longest time is no stranger to Mr. Richie Delight. You might remember him from Delightful Powers, but those days are gone. Now he's got Judas Sexton with him, and I don't know, it's almost like teacher and protege. Teach him how to wrestle fine, but they just seem to have this undeniable arrogance. But, you know, they're representing New Force Wrestling tonight against World War Wrestling, teaming together for the first time on a World War Wrestling show, and it is for the World War Wrestling Tag Team Championships. But the people they're facing tonight are no slouches. Oh.
Right now, those three letters, NFW, stand for the New Force in Professional Wrestling. I am Richie D. Tag Team Specialist.
I mean, you can't argue with that.
I have my new partner with me here today. Remember this face, because for years to come, this business will remember the name of Judas Sexton.
I mean, Richie's not wrong. He is a tag team specialist.
I know you can hear me. You've held those belts for too long, and you've beaten some great teams, but you haven't come against a unit like this. Remember this day, New World War Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
I do get the distinct feeling that our tag team champions, the Lucha Lions, may have a say in that, Richie. It's not a foregone conclusion. After all, they are the World War Wrestling Tag Team Champions. The Lucha Lions, Leo Jr. and Lion Kid are no slouches. I mean, if they were, they wouldn't be our champions for a start, would they? The Lucha Lions, who beat the Rebellion for the belts. In style. You've got Team New Force Wrestling that come in, chip on their shoulder, we're better than you, and then you've got the Lucha Lions that are quite clearly happy to be here, loving the fact they are representatives of World War Wrestling. World War Wrestling's Tag Team Champions. Look at the smiles. They've always got a smile on their face. Welcome back, Jake.
I'll tell you something, Nick. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who the Lucha Lions take.
Richie Delight, Judas Sexton, new club.
It's good to see Richie Delight back in the war zone, I have to say. Last time I saw him, he was taking quite a pounding.
Yes, he seems quite good at that, and he is right in saying he is a tag team specialist. The problem is that his tag teams that he's so special in haven't ever been anywhere near until now those big, shiny sexy looking gold belts. And that's the measure of the successful tag team in World War Wrestling, correct?
Referee Matt Ball has the official World War Wrestling Tag Team Championship belts.
They're so pretty.
This was a replacement, I must say, in regards to the challengers. Dead Sad Boys were scheduled to be the challengers, and they made the call. World War Wrestling made the call to the self-proclaimed tag team specialist of Richie Delight, and he brought his student with him from New Force Wrestling, Judas Sexton. Gone are the days of the Delightful Powers.
Long since gone, but Judas Sexton, I've had the pleasure of actually working with this guy a few times around the places, and he is very, very good. He is somebody that you would want to have as your tag team partner. The problem is that he also shares a lot more with Richie Delight in the sense they're both arrogant. They both think they're better than you.
Yeah,
So-
I don't think you're going to get very far when you're, under the knowledge tree, shall we say, of Richie Delight.
But Richie Delight can wrestle. If Richie Delight worried more about his wrestling and less, about telling me that his name is Richie Delight and his name was Judas Sexton.
Just listen to this crowd, Nick. I have to say, the Lucha Lions have been on such a roll ever since they won the tag team titles from the Rebellion. And I'm sure the Rebellion are paying close attention to this because, of course, the last time we were in Stowmarket Slam, the Rebellion did get the pinfall in three-a-side competition the last time we were at Stowmarket Slam. So that technically, that does put the Rebellion in line for a championship rematch.
It was very dubious, though.
It was very dubious.
It was dubious. Let's not try and lie about it. It was shady. But as I was saying, as you were coming over to the commentary table just now, you've got the contrast. You've got Richie Delight and Judas Sexton, Team New Force Wrestling, that are arrogant. They're joining with the crowd. They're not happy. And on the flip side, you have the Lucha Lions, Leo Jr., Lion Kid, our World Tag Team Champions, who love the Warzone fans.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who love wearing those big golds because everything it stands for. And again, the crowd, literally, they adore them just as much back.
Nero Jr. with a headlock to Judas Sexton. Nero Jr., of course, the son of Nero Leon, who was the original tag team partner of the Lion Kid.
I always thought his name was Leo Jr. I must apologise, I must have been getting it wrong all this time. I'm sorry.
There's been no DNA, but
They're all lions to me, but they're very, very talented.
and they are our World War Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Everybody thought the Rebellion were unstoppable, Nick,
For
but
the longest time they were. And I think maybe that was played into their detriment. We talk about arrogance, and when you actually get complacent.
I mean, we want to talk about memories like we were talking about earlier. Stowmarket Slam, the tag team division has really been shaping up over the years in World War Wrestling. Let's go back even further. Tag teams like the Hit Set, Critical Mass, the Parliament Party. I mean, this goes way back from the inception of World War Wrestling when it comes to the Henchmen, even.
The Aerial
Delightful
Hybrids.
Powers themselves, Nick.
Yeah, the Aerial Hybrids. Special edition with...
Special edition.
It's just a very... What? That's one way to stretch somebody out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
wish granted.
ask and you shall receive.
He's got a lion on his back. That looks painful.
In comes the tag, the more experienced Lion Kid, but in comes Richie Delight.
He does. But Richie Delight didn't quite look ready for that tag because he was more worried about the crowd.
Indeed.
He needs to concentrate. Judas Sexton clearly looks glad that he's on the outside to have a breather. Richie thinks he's too clever for the Lion Kid. Yeah, well, that didn't work, did it?
Up and over, Lion Kid. Look at the reflexes of the Lion Kid. Back elbow and down goes Delight.
And he was in full control then with the Lion Kid. Most people can hit a springboard back elbow, but Lion Kid then looked just to make sure that he was hitting just in the right spot.
Look at this.
Richie Delight begging no. Nope. You see, the problem is when Richie Delight never understands this, is that when he comes out and shouts at our crowd, they're much nicer if you're nicer to them. They're more supportive if something bad happens to you.
That could have been over.
But where's he going now?
Well, Richie Delight quite happy to let Judas go at it alone in the ring.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful Hurricane Rana from the Lion Kid. Double team action from the tag champions.
And this is what they do best. They are a very well-oiled machine. They wouldn't have the gold if they weren't. But look at this. They're just picking their spots at the minute. Richie Delight seems like he is too, but he thought he was going to get the jump on the Lucha Lions, but he didn't.
Oh, what have we got here?
Oh my God.
Oh, beautiful agility.
Look out.
Wow. Surely
Okay, well, Team New Force are now on the outside.
Remember, referee, 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside.
Yeah, but I think the ratios are slightly off at the moment.
And it looks like the Lions are going to fly lucha style, perhaps.
And New Force Wrestling, they look like they're trying to gather their breath. Do they even know that? Oh, they
Oh
do.
my God! Lion Kid lands on his feet.
Unlucky. Nope. Oh.
Miscommunication from the challengers, but here comes Nero Jr. and takes them both out. The tag team champions are on form, Nick Calloway.
Just like that, New Force Wrestling went from thinking they had all the answers to a face full of Nero Jr.
You think you're going to have the answers when you step into the war zone? Absolutely not.
Oh dear. Well, Judas is currently a puddle on the outside, and Richie's being picked apart by the stronger of the 2 Lucha Lions. I don't know what Lion Kid was going for, but Judas is just hanging on for dear life.
Delight sends Nero through the middle ropes.
That is one way to ground Lion Kid, but I wouldn't say it was the most legal or conventional.
This is what the challengers need right now. Richie Delight, the more experienced, of course, the head trainer of New Force Wrestling. Now he's looking to school the Lion Kid. But let's not forget, though, the Lion Kid has been around for a very long time. Longer than what people actually realise. No stranger, of course, to Stowmarket. He was, of course, involved in Champions of War tournament with Danny Blaze a little while ago. That was the night Will Cruz. That was the night Will Cruz won the heavyweight championship when he was one-on-one with tonight's returning combatant, Matt Walters.
I can still hear the chair shot. That double chair shot between Lion Kid and Danny Blaze. That's how much it meant. It still echoes, as many of the stories do. They echo around this arena. And different people come to the show. We've always got new fans, old fans. Something they remember about Warzone that brings them in or that brings them back.
Lovely clothesline from Richie Delight. Goes for the pinfall. New champions? No.
Up forearm across the face there of Lion Kid. Alright, I'm going to take him in and I'm going to rewind a bit. I said that Judas Sexton learnt his arrogance, or learnt to be arrogant, or embrace it from Richie Delight, which he did. It's quite clear. Richie Delight is the head trainer of New Force Wrestling. Clearly, it's had a positive impact on Judas Sexton as well, because he can clearly wrestle. Richie Delight can clearly wrestle. They're very good wrestlers. It's just that arrogant streak a mile long that winds me up, that doesn't enjoy them to our fans. It's the same with the Rebellion. The Rebellion are one of the best tag teams in the country.
We've hit the brakes on this matchup as Judas has now had Lion Kid in the sleeper and a back elbow from the Lion Kid.
But there is the veteran Lion Kid.
Another back elbow from Judas. Goes for a cover. He hooks the leg. There's a 2. Shoulder up.
The problem was that he reached for the wrong leg. He didn't have enough purchase on the man to keep him grounded. Maybe that's a sign of, being new to the war zone. Maybe.
And you're not going to beat the Lucha Lions that quickly.
Oh no, not at all, because they are so quick.
It took a heck of a long time for the Rebellion to be dethroned. And the Lucha Lions knew they had what it took. But this is what Richie Delight shouldn't be teaching to his students.
No, exactly. And this is where I have to say, as much as I want to praise him for being good at what he does, these things make it really difficult to do that.
I mean, you were saying you've seen Judas's work numerous times around the country. I mean, being here in World War Wrestling, I mean, it must feel great to see someone actually reach it to the war zone. But when resorting to actions like this, Nick, it must disappoint you.
It does disappoint me because this guy has talent. This guy does have the ability to go on to be a name that we talk about for years. Richie Delight, as much as I hate to say it, is right. Okay? I hate saying that because that's like saying, Danny Blaze. We'll get to that later. But the thing with Richie Delight is he is as good as he says he is. He is a very good teacher. He's putting the fundamentals in these guys. It's the ego and the arrogance that's the problem. Judas Sexton would be better served away from Richie Delight.
Absolutely, I 100% agree with you there.
Because he's got the skills, he's got the minerals, he's got the promise. You're in World War Wrestling now, and you want this to be your first real introduction properly as a tag team wrestler.
Lion Kid is in desperate need to make the tag to Nero Jr.
He's been doing it that long, but he does know, after all these many years, there's only so much that he can take. And the bigger Nero Jr. on the outside is chomping at the bit. He's begging to go in. He wants to tear somebody's head off. He is like a caged lion. Oh, pun or not, that's exactly where we are right now. Judas is shouting at the crowd.
I have to say, Nick, I'm impressed in the fact that they took this title opportunity very last minute, and you know they're proving their worth here. You can't deny that. Okay, despite your cheating tactics when the referee's back's turned, but they're putting up a good fight.
Absolutely. I mean, it definitely favoured New Force Wrestling as a team coming into this, because you've got to believe that the Lucha Lions would have done a lot of research on the Dead Sad Boys.
Oh, of course, yeah, and obviously that's changed their mindset. We're prepared for Dead Sad Boys, and now these guys show up.
And they've tag teamed for the first time ever. You don't know how a tag team's going to operate when it's the first time they're teaming together.
Lion Kid knocks Delight off the apron, a big boot to Judas.
Judas going in, Lion Kid for the leg.
Oh, it went to go for the tag. Not today.
You see, that's a veteran move right there. These are the things that are good that Richie's teaching them. Knowing awareness and where Lucha Lions... whoa. No.
There's the tag.
That's one way to get out of the way.
Nero Jr.'s up top. Flying crossbody to Richie Delight.
Powerful.
Swinging net breaker. Nero Jr. cleaning house Calloway.
Oh, he's got so much left in the tank as well. Oh, look out. Bit of ping pong, Jake.
Oh, I'm a big fan of ping pong. Look at this. And he's ping ponging the delightful powers
and
right now.
Him up and put him on.
Oh my God. And he's handling it. Fair play.
We said before that the ratio should be 2 on the inside, 2 on the outside. Matt Ball at points like, I'm good. Do your thing, boys. But there will come a point when he has to get rid of one of them.
He's taking him up, going for
the power game. Look at the power game.
Great strength. Don't forget,
hit the leg. Oh, it's just not enough.
Interesting combination, of course. I mean, we've known this from the beginning. You've got the speed of the Lion King and you've got the strength of Nero Jr.
Absolutely.
Showing it right there.
But on the flip side of that, Nero Jr. can still turn up the dial and speed through people.
Oh.
Look
here
out.
comes Richie. Oh, but here comes Lion Kid. Whoa! Almost lost his footing, but he counted it perfectly. Into a code breaker. No way.
No.
Are we going to get new tag champs?
Oh no, we're never going to hear the end of this.
Death Valley Driver. No, they've done it. They've got new tag champs.
No.
Oh, and Lion Kid just kicks out at the last second, Nick. Oh my God, what an upset that would have been.
I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but can you imagine how little would have heard the end of it if Richard like won?
Oh my God, could you imagine?
Oh, it'd be unbearable. It would be unbearable, but it's not to be.
Wow, that was ridiculously close to new tag team champions. That would have been possibly the biggest upset in WWW.
Especially in recent memory.
I mean, that's probably been the biggest upset since Lewis Barrett and Danny Blaze.
That was something. Again, another memory within Stowmarket Slam's walls, where you just think, I was there. One of those things, people would have seen that, and that was their first introduction to World War. Whoa.
Earth are they going for here?
I don't know, but they seem to have overlooked something. Yeah, that's something. The big something.
Oh, Tower of Doom?
Something. No.
Oh my God, down goes one. Nero Jr.'s got the other. Oh, wait a minute.
No.
Lion Kid, what on earth?
Where are they going? Is this going to be a stomp?
Oh my God, a double stomp to the chest. Sit out powerbomb.
Nice.
One,
It's gonna be enough.
Two.
No.
Richie Delight breaks it up.
The thing is that as good as the Lucha Lions are, Richie Delight has still been a stalwart of our tag team division. He knows what it is to be in a tag team match. He may have a new partner, but he knows what it takes to get the result.
There is nothing more than Richie Delight would want to do than to show off those tag belts over at New Force Wrestling.
Oh my God, Spinebuster! Turned inside out. He needs to go for the pin though. The longer he takes, the longer it's going to... Yep. Why was he not going for the pin?
What? You're going to show how lucha you are?
Oh no.
Are you telling me Richie Delight is going to fly? No way. He's a big boy.
What's he doing?
I feel like this could be a huge mistake.
I feel that he's not paying attention.
Yeah, there you go.
Lion Kid's got... Richie Delight shouldn't be up there. Get him down. Get him... Oh no.
I don't like the look of this. Where on earth are they going?
Oh no.
Something's going to give.
No,
oh my God.
Oh my
Beautiful.
God. Lion Kid on top. No, he's not going for the pin.
Judas is not meant to be seen.
He wants to make a statement with this.
Wow, beautiful swanson.
There's the pin.
1, 2, 3.
Somebody needs to get a mop and clean up Richie Delight and Judas Sexton. They were a hell of a tag team, but ultimately the Lucha Lions have still got the gold. And what a performance, what a champion grade performance. The fans are happy. Those boys, when they finally catch their breath and get past the pain their bodies must be in, will be delighted to have retained the gold. A great performance and another great tag team match for the history books of World War Wrestling. That match was incredible.
Hi Nick.
I'm now joined by the boss.
Yep. Foxy's in the house. That was amazing, wasn't it?
It was amazing. I still think we need to find a mop for Mr. Richie Delight though.
Oh, don't.
I don't think he's in any position to call you Toots at the minute, because I don't think he knows his own name, let alone yours. But once again, the Lucha Lions retain the gold.
Well deserved, I have to say.